So I had to make room for my planers coming in here. I have a 20-inch thickness planer. It's going to help. Those boards are for my countertops, live edge walnut countertops for upstairs in the loft. So I cleared this area out, and that's where it's going to go from door to door. I'll have to open up that door in the spring so that I can go straight through. But yeah, so I'm all done that now. My brother gave me a hand with this, so that's just something I did this weekend. Let's get on with the tour. Well, it's kind of windy out here. It's Sunday. It's very bright, but it's chilly. It's like -6, but it's windy, so it makes it worse. So yeah, here's our winter wonderland out here. I was going to give you a quick tour of my food forest, basically, and it starts just before the greenhouse, which is right here. And I'm trudging through the snow, so sorry if it's shaky, but yeah, it's a beautiful day. I got my loppers with me just to do a little trimming as I go. You know, I don't like to go in empty-handed or out empty-handed, so you know. So we're up here at the top, like a beautiful greenhouse. It's kind of at a standstill right now because of the cold and the snow. But it's this next week or so, temperatures are going up a little bit, so that's great. So all of this here is one of my next projects here. All these prickle trees right here, right there, and there, and there, and that's the next line to take out. And then what I'm going to do is I've been looking at buying a wood chipper, but I think it'll be more feasible if I just rent one for what I got to do with it. So we'll go back down there and I'll show you down there as well. So I'm on the left side of the property, and there's some other trees here I've just left because there's no point in taking them out right yet, but these are going to disappear. Pretty much that whole brush line over there. This is the middle mama pear, I call. It's in the middle of our farm. It's at the end of the goat pasture, and I got to get in there and do some serious trimming. As you can see, it's pretty thick at the tops, you know. So we're gonna trim that down a little bit, and we'll make a video of that too. But here's the goat field. Here's the farmhouse. There's my loft. You know, I'm just out the back. You know, I can see it's nice out here. This is just shade stuff that they're slowly killing anyways, but okay, so like I was saying over here, all of this line right down in here has got to go. So here's some of the bushes I got to take out for sure. Like these are it. So I'm way over by the left side. I'm actually standing on what will be the path. This will be the path for all the vehicles and whatnot. So eventually I'll fix this up. But you can see a lot of trimming to do. Take this down, this down. It's gonna open it up too, and I want to get my maples in here, which I made a video a while ago. That's a maple I put in here. I'm hoping to get some more from my cousin in the spring, and hopefully I can transplant at least 50 or so down this one line, just to have my own little maple syrup line or whatever, so I can make it a little batch at a time for me once a year. Be nice, a little treat. So you can see lots of stuff to take out here. I still gotta trim up some of these high branches right here, because they will definitely get in the way. So but yeah, working my way down here. Gotta get the chainsaw out and take out some of these bigger logs. I still have to trim this that pear tree right there and bring it down a little bit so it's more manageable. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do with that. So like I said, you're gonna see big changes soon when I get out here with my chainsaw and just cut these right down in one shot and just make them big enough to chip. We're down by my worm tea composter. again, doing more trimming. Like I said, even all of this brush here, it'll all be gone at one point, but I want to build up the other side first, just to make sure that the wind doesn't come flying through here. Because now we're down at my food forest, and here's my apple tree that is still standing. So I hope it makes it out without minimal damage. And my pond over here, frozen solid. So any fish that I'm probably going to do down in there will probably just be a batch. I'll throw a batch in the spring and collect in the fall and put them in the freezer. I'm not a big fish guy, but I don't mind fish once in a while. This is my favorite tree right here so far. This is my, I believe this is my nectarine. Is that my nectarine? What do I got here? Yeah, that's my nectarine right here. She's really well. She's doing good. Lots of growth. Grape trellis over there. So on my left side, again, this is where I'm working on my left side here. All of this stuff's got to come down and be in a pile or something and ready to be chipped. So when I do rent it, I'll get the full work out of that chipper by just coming down and making like separate piles all the way down this line, and then I'll just use it. I'm going to use it on my trees. I'm going to use it over here in my pear guild here. These pears didn't do that good this year, and I'm probably not going to get to trimming this particular one, although I do want to shorten the crap out of it. I wouldn't mind bringing it down to about 20 feet. Just top it. See what happens. Yeah, so I got a couple more maples down here. There's my walnut. I'm gonna get some more chestnuts down in here and start spreading them out. I definitely want them to be everywhere. So see, got my back tree line here over there. Now we're at the back where I did the hard pruning of that. This is the major pear, the main pear on my property. So gotta keep an eye on her in the spring there. But yeah, I'm glad I did that. What I'm gonna have to do is probably top the other one on the other side as well, because it's growing straight up. And here's some more of my plums and cherries. The little creek is down here and over here. So down here, my brother and I want to experiment by putting in, there's a little patch down in here where it stays pretty moist because of the creek that's running down here, the runoff. So I'm going to put in watermelon, and right at the bottom here is some cantaloupe, whatever takes melon-esque, something that needs a lot of water. And over here we had this is my wild flowers that I put in, but I'll put in more this year to hope they come out. They didn't come out this year, so maybe they'll come out this year, this spring, but they didn't come out during the summer. So we'll just have to see how it goes. And I do have some pawpaws in here in a seed form. I don't know if they're gonna come up. If they did, it's like a small miracle. But again, this prickle stuff, it has to go. Eventually all of this will be manicured down and replaced with fruit tree or bush. And then, like I said, we got our pear that I'm hoping will just come right on back. Should have no problem coming back. It's gonna sprout like crazy. So a couple bushes here and there. Road's going over here on my right. This would be going towards the left side of my property, but it's gonna go straight up there. So let's go over there and I'll show you some future project for the chestnut. So this is the back of my property. There's the creek right down there, and it's flowing nice. So pretty back here. But along that back berm towards the back 5 acres of my property is a tree line, and along that tree line I'd like to put in there to get fiddleheads once a year. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. So I just wanted to show that part where that is. So I'm over here in the sumac orchard, or I don't know what you want to call it, the sumac. crawl through a bunch of snow here. I'm like 3 feet of snow. It's all in my boots. Okay, so you can see we're coming up to the food forest again. Okay, so here's my entrance, and then see we're all back here again. There's the pear that I hard pruned right there, and the tree line back there, which is where I want to put those ferns all along the bottom edge, and anywhere they'll grow in there, anywhere. I'm going to spread them out everywhere, and once a year I'll get enough fiddleheads to put in the freezer, and we'll have a little snack. Okay, so this is the right side of my property, which is the fence line, and it goes about right to where about that big tree is. So all of these prickle trees, I believe they're locusts or some other type of thorn tree. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna trim all of that down, and down here is going to be a little more of my chestnut orchard, and I'll get some walnuts to come in here too, some edible walnuts, not the black walnut but the English kind. So we'll try and get a couple of them going too. I've already got them stratifying for my chestnuts and my hickory, but this whole tree line next to this pine grove is acidic ground because of the pine needles, but it really helps with nut trees. At least that's my experience. So just did a little trimming in this line. I'll come back here. I'll probably just end up taking it all down. And we're on the right side, just after the pond here.